we ask Keefy D the million-dollar question.
They'd give us anything for them dudes there, you know? Yeah.
Next, we ask Kef ID the million-dual inquiry. They give us anything for them to hear you know. Give you anything for these folks had. He expressed it before all them individuals. I can't really accept that Diddy's reality is turning as an outrageous copying, highlighting Kef ID has surfaced, placing him in steaming hot water. The stunning disclosure alludes to his contribution in 2Pac's homicide. He tells you genuinely, man, I want to dispose of these folks. He's looking at you without flinching. And he's like frightened. Better believe it, rumors from far and wide suggest that this explosive hole could mean catastrophe for the music magnate's standing and legitimate standing. So what precisely is happening in the universe of hip bounce and rap has for some time been set apart by its portion of contentions and schemes. Among the most persevering and confusing secrets in this domain is the homicide of famous rapper 2Pac Shakur. For quite a long time, speculations have circled about who may be behind the sad situation that transpired in Las Vegas on that portentous night. As of late, a spilled interview, including Kef D, an infamous IS figure in the 2Pac examination, has illuminated this persevering through puzzle. So we should dig into the disclosures made during the meeting, investigating the cases made by Kef D about the supposed inclusion of music tycoon Sean Diddy brushes in 2Pac's homicide. During the meeting, Kef D talks about his communications with Sean Diddy brushes on 4 unique events, generally firmly connected to the occasions encompassing 2Pac's homicide. These gatherings happened in San Diego, Anaheim, Irvine, and Las Vegas, all of which have caused a commotion corresponding to the homicide examination. Kef D cases that during these experiences, Puffy examined an upsetting arrangement, including the homicide of both 2Pac Shakur and Suge Knight. Which of those 4 is it when you converse with him about killing 2Pac? It was truly about the 2 of them, both of them. It was a 2Pac. And you mean one urgent second in the meeting is KD's record of a party in Anaheim, where he professes to have ATT gone to with Puffy at this social event. Puffy is said to have made a surprising declaration, purportedly communicating his readiness to give anything to have 2Pac and Knight unalived. He tells you, truly, man, I want to dispose of these folks. He's looking at you without flinching, and he resembles terrified. Better believe it. He proceeded to review Puffy's apparent nervousness, recommending that something had set off this abrupt earnestness. The air in the room loaded up with compelling figures from the hip jump world, and past was tense. Maybe a foreboding shadow loomed over the get-together. Kef D in the meeting portrays the scene, stressing Puffy's evident franticness. Kef proceeded to uncover that a while later at Greenblatt's store, Puffy heightened his sales, passing on no question about his craving to see 2Pac and wiped out. In this discussion, Puffy apparently offered a significant amount of cash for the hit, a solicitation to which Kef D answered by requesting $1 million for the errand. This acceleration highlights the weightness of the circumstance, leaving Kef D persuaded of Puffy's truthfulness. The meeting further uncovers that Puffy was the person who presented the thought of $1 million dual payout for the killings of 2Pac and Knight. Kef D recollects that Puffy consented to this sum and made it happen with a handshake, a disclosure that places Puffy at the focal point of a disturbing connivance. This handshake, representing an agreement that would perpetually redirect hip-hop history, fills in as an eerie indication of the evil propensities that frequently hide underneath the surface of the music business. The few days of 2Pac's homicide in Las Vegas, Kef D and his nephew Orlando Anderson were both present. Anderson's white Cadillac, associated with the giving, assumes a critical part in this story. Kef D's record recommends that occasions were gotten rolling, maybe unexpectedly, that prompted 2Pac's grievous end. It was an end of the week like no other in the realm of hip-hop. The expectation, encompassing the Mike Tyson battle, was substantial, and Las Vegas was abuzz with energy. Kef D in the meeting reviews the jolting climate that encompassed the city during those days. One of the most shocking parts of the meeting is when Zip Martin, an individual from Kef ID's group, who knew about Puffy's proposition, saw a valuable chance to execute the hit in Las Vegas. Zip supposedly offered Kefid a 40 Type Glock from his Mercedes, expressing that it was the ideal chance to statement unquote deal with that thing. What's more, one more insider Jan bargain additionally talked about seeing a $1 million check being given for the unknown residing of 2Pac. As per bargain, Zip, a vital person in this unfurling dramatization, was the guardian of this strange check. The starting points of this check were supposed to be followed back to Jimmy Cohort, a very much associated person in the music business colleague, apparently obtained the check from Barry Hankerson, known as the uncle and supervisor of the late R&B sensation Allah. This disclosure infused a powerful portion of interest into the all-around perplexing conditions encompassing founding 2Pac's homicide. The presence of such a titanic amount of cash associated with this sad occasion brought up a variety of baffling issues, indicating covered thought processes and undisclosed privileged insights. Jane Arrangement's record veered off in a strange direction as he recommended that in an exceptional bit of destiny, Zip might have gone about as a rescuer of sorts by holding ownership of the million dual check. Zip coincidentally protected those required from possibly implicating connections to 2Pac's homicide. This unexpected point in the account reveals insight into Zip's striking skill to explore slippery waters and shield those in his circle, regardless of whether it implied keeping condemning proof. Also, apparently, Diddy called Kef ED after 2Pac was killed. Criminal investigator Greg Lord has spoken about this in a past meeting with fellow television. As per Kading, Kef ID got a call from Diddy, who was on the opposite stopping point, anxious to talk about the episode. And it's Puffy on the opposite stopping point hands the telephone to Kef ID. And Kef ID, "I'm sorry, a Puffy assin' man. Was that us, was it? You understand what simply occurred out there, KDs." Like better believe it, as the discussion kept, Kading uncovered that Diddy guaranteed Kef ID $1 million. Following the discussion among Diddy and Kef ID, Kading proposes that Key D didn't reconnect with Diddy until just about a half year after the fact. The gathering happened at the Peterson Auto Exhibition Hall, with Diddy currently joined by the late rapper Biggie Smalls. Anyway, Diddy was mindful that he was under FBI observation in Los Angeles because of the continuous examination concerning to 2Pac's homicide. Ruler's knowledge uncovers that Diddy was hesitant to be straightforwardly connected with Kef ED, given the gravity of their past discussion around 1 million. Duel offered this hesitance was additionally energized by the strengthened examination on Diddy and the more extensive East Coast-West Coast hip-hop quarrel, which had brought a dangerous turn with 2Pac's homicide. Currently, could this be the million dual check that was given to Zip, presumably regardless a couple of months back? Kef topped on his long relationship with the homicide. He made sense of that his relationship with Diddy is everything begun, everything first, saying to how the pair met. "I met him back in '91. He was doing an attendant video they called My Hydrodynamics Place and requested to utilize a few low riders, so I let them utilize my 4. And we took the vehicle up there. Key made sense of Usher, moved all on the hood and window entryway. So it was a huge scratch in it, and I took it up to the paint shop, and we got to paint the entire vehicle, so Puffy repaid me. With that, in spite of the pleasant motion, Key ID actually laments me distributing Diddy in the event that I could not have possibly at any point met him. I could not have possibly at any point been associated with this BS. He made sense of me, and we played in a similar Pop Warner group. And all that my homeboy helped push in the game, it truly crashed 2 individuals' domain in one-night digs, without a doubt. Says to, he made ours go down, man. He won't watch out or nothing, since he set us in opposition to one another, which was somewhat brilliant. Where Crips and Suge was BL for setting Las Vegas. Policing secured Dwayne Key D. Davis, a vital consider in the well-established examination along with the 1996 Drive-V murder that unfortunately killed notable rapper 2Pac shaker Kef ID's capture, unfurled in the